you live from the Nerd Cave. It's Attack of the Live Streamer. What's up, friends? All right. Oh man, one of those. Let's make sure I got this on here good. Cause I know. Do. Ah, that's fine. Good. Like to know which side's which. Ah. So the meaning about this area, right here, right here. Get better now. Like on screen. Like this way I can work, y'all can see, and yeah. Alright, let's start unstacking all my paints real quick, because as soon as I got off stream last night, my dude, I went and immediately started watching frickin' Timcast IRL, and yeah, let's just say it was a weird night last night. Normally, I'm in bed early, good to go, up early. Still up early, but I could not get to sleep last night for the life of me. I think I finally able to get to sleep around like 1:30 this morning. Still woke up at 5. Weird ones. I wake up at a certain time. I'm like, I'm just gonna get up, especially if I've had like 4 hours at least of sleep, 3 to 4. I'm good. I can function for the day on that. I've had worse. Way worse. Oh, right. He's got to fix his hair. All right. I'm also trying to. Basically, had an issue where a lot of the paints, like the capsules of paint, fell into one another. So now I'm having to try to clean it. My poor Batman freaking oversized keyboard and mouse pad. I bought this thing years ago. I'd say 2019. Like every now and then I'll go through, give it a good cleaning and everything, and yeah, now it's got paint on there. Oopsie! Ah. The funny thing is, I had a freaking black one that had like a light up border and everything, and I was just like, lame. Freaking. With this, I got at least a good freaking, like I said, it was a Jim Lee art. And everyone knows I like Jim Lee's one of my favorite artists. There's a reason why I call that man Grandmaster Lee. Alright, I'm finally getting all the paint spread out, and the ones that had like paint on the bottom, unpaintified. I forgot to get paper towels. I realized after the fact, after I literally getting ready to go live, I realized I forgot I needed to go to Walmart specifically because I needed to get coffee filters. Okay. New filter for my AC and freaking paper towels. Got me my tasty beverage and everything. So I'm about to do. Then my brain went bleep. It's that. Mm, give me some of my cranberry juice. Oh, all right. Oh, had to give me. I got me some cranberry. I like cranberry juice. I always have. Needed that. Okay. All right. let's. Forrest got my wingman here. Y'all already know. He hanging out. Right now he's doing the this is me, not looking at you, looking at me, because I've been giving him attention all day. My cats are so spoiled. I will not have it any other way. Like, I refuse to have it any other way. I would rather my cats be spoiled and really lovable because they know their human loves them than them be some antisocial, stuck up, just never wanting to hang out because, I haven't done the work to get my cats to loves me. We're talking when Selena was over here, I was giving her attention. Granted, I realized after the fact, like, Charles gets, like I said before, so much more attention. Like, Selena gets shafted. She was getting a lot of attention, though. It's just, Charles will get me being like, give him doing the face squishes. Just because of it annoys him so much on one hand, and I love doing it. He's walking off like, yeah, I know, buddy. You don't need to bring it up online to all of them. Yes, I do, guy. You already know I do. Don't act like I don't, bro. Oh, crap. There I go, sticking my hand in paint. There's so many spots I gotta fix on here. From, like, either sticking my hand in paint or paint. Like, there's a spot there that I gotta fix. I think that might have also been the spot. I'm not sure, but but I know for a fact I gotta fix that. Like, that's still not right angle, so I'm gonna to fix that as well. Like, I mean, I'm gonna have to get the frickin' slumpy ass Sienna. Oh well. Oh well. No worries. It will when this thing looks awesome as Trinity Truck, it'll be freaking worth it. Oh man. I'm not even gonna bother to try listening to Black Parade on stream because I know I'm gonna want to sing along with it, and I'm gonna be real with you. I sang it like several times today while listening to it several times today as I was off. No, Hurley does look like that. I was like trying to correct it and everything because I was like, that looks so wrong, and I was like, no, no, no. His eyebrows really are like that. Okay, my bad. Yeah, cool. Ain't that right, buddy? Cool. Actually, I should be really doing it with my pens over here. Alright. Where did I put it? There it is. Rinse off my brush real quick. And back. Oh no. Still say I need to find a. So it's almost closer to a tan. I'll figure it out. I have an idea of how I'm going to make that color. Oop, sorry, buddy. But I still need the base. Alright. I'll use this one. Mainly because I still gotta pull the comfy old stuff that looks like it might even have a slight hint of wetness to it. And I mean slightest hint. Ew. What the heck? Oh. And uh, use this one. First, so apparently this paint or this brush had paint drip on it, and I didn't realize it. And so all of a sudden, I look at my paintbrush and there's a big old glob of black on it, and I'm like, "Oh no, it dried and everything." Oh, really, ma'am? Yes, ma'am. What are you doing on my grandmother clock? Thank you, ma'am. All right. Now, one reason why I say, people say animals don't understand. Oh, the hell they don't. Mine understand just fine. But I also don't treat them like they're dumb either. I talk to them like they're normal, like human beings. I think it pays off. Ain't that right? Mm-hmm. Right. I might even just try to make that a little bit on the skinnier side all the way around. Just because of the fact that that actually does look closer to what you see in the photo. Okay, that looks better. Alright. Now, what I'm thinking about doing on that gonna be tricky. That's why we got this bad boy right here. And we are going to sort out. And we're going to use a little bit of nutmeg brown. Let's make sure it is good and mixed up. We do not want any separated liquids, which will happen if you let your paint sit too long. Mind you, this sat for 20 years, so I gotta make sure to. There you go. And then we're gonna slap in a bunch of white. Alright. My thick stir. I know it's technically meant for like doing specific things, if I remember right, in painting, but whatever. Mm. Oop, making a mess. But yeah, that looks out the right color. Alright, here we go. Now I just need to clean that off for starters. Like literally all across the board. Big old mess. I'm not trying to have. Alright, and to also find out what that notification was, if it was anything important. It was. Alright, there we go. That was a text message. Put it in my pocket real quick. Now let's see if I can. If what I want, but this worked like I hope it would. Oh yeah, that's this is like practically empty. I have any other grays? Maybe. Wait. Look amongst my other paints. Don't count me out just yet. I got too many paints around this house. No. Let's see. I'm on here still. Pastels. Yes. Mm, no, but I might be able to just make me one real quick with my black and white. Something would have to do it. Like when I say I got paint all over the place, I got paint all over the place. Like, all right. Let me. Probably should have held on to that one. You know what? I got an idea. We're gonna try it like this. Equal parts. Yeah, actually, that's one of the first paint kits I bought. Black. I was hoping. Come on. To actually, freaking not have to do all of extra. But unfortunately, sometimes you gotta do extra to be able to get what you need done. Done. Ah, okay. Uh-huh. That's what I'm looking for. That gray. Hey, come on. Could use a little bit more white, but I think I about got the color I'm looking for. There it is. Like, because if you look in the photo, like I said, the chest is like this brownish light gray. Like you can tell, like I said, tannish gray. Like only way to describe it. So I had to get a tan-ish color, and then I had to throw in gray. But unfortunately, I added too much of the black, so I got to go back over it. But with a little bit more white. But the brown in there is definitely going to be coming through. Hmm. A little bit. This time I'm going to pull from the big thing because I'm not about to be trying to fight with the little thing. A little bit more. Alright. And it's about like the right color. We will see. Ah, boom, boom. All right. Um, you know, track and paint everywhere. Make sure. Okay. And I'll have to go down the line a little bit of white again. That's okay. That is okay. You might be wondering, why did I make so much if I'm just doing this chest? Well, I also gonna need to make some for a lighter shade that goes on the top. Ah, crap. Oh, it'll be I can fix. I can fix. No point stressing it. Right. Oop, okay. Then there you go. One of those. Part of me wants to listen to the album and continue to sing along with it, but the smart part of me is going, no, 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 no. When you start getting to the point, like I said, I'm getting to where I can hold my voice longer. It's just like I'm getting also to the point where I know there's a point where I gotta stop. I learned my lesson a few years ago when I first started trying to get my voice back and got discouraged because I then couldn't sing for like I can tell you how long it took. I'm still struggling to get my voice back in a way because, but I think that also I went straight instead of trying to instead of trying to actually start small, you know, safe ranges, build myself back up to the higher range. I went, oh, I could still do the high range, la da 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 da, YOLO. How you guys doing? I'm doing all right, la da. What happened to your voice, Josh? Oh, tried singing like I used to, hit the notes that I used to hit, and I'm hurting. I regret that. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were completely made. Ain't that right, buddy? Mistakes were made that day. Yeah. What's up, buddy? Hey, 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 hey. Really? I saw that. Trying to sharpen your claw in my painting. Homeboy over here be like, I'm mad. I'm not the center of attention. your painting is. Well, make sure you know I'm mad, right, big guy? You want to make sure I knew you were mad about that, and you wanted something done about it? Yeah, I know, bud. You're being an asshole like always, but I can't say nothing. That's kind of how we roll. Yeah, I'm including myself in that. I'm not gonna argue and say I'm not. Just as guilty about being a bit of an asshole sometimes. Pick him up, literally. Not even just pick him up, like be in the kitchen. He will just be in there, and I'll kind of like laying down, just randomly in the kitchen, because he does that. Both of them do, and basically I can stand him up on his hind legs and rub the belly. Oh crap! I'm trying not to do that much of a slosh, and I'm trying to get it back under control. It said no. It said no, bro. I'm free. I'm a free bird. Meow, 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 meow. Sheesh. Don't get me wrong, Free Bird's a great song. I just couldn't resist that joke. Oh man. Yeah, the talk about Battlefield 6 and everything just been reminding me a lot of Bad Company 2 and the freaking hippie pilot. Oh man, bro went out like a boss. Thanks for the smokes, brother. Haggard being the like furthest thing from a hippie. Them two did not get along, but but they respected each other, and that's what I liked about that. And we need to bring back more characters like that. Like, yeah, sure, we may not necessarily agree. We actually completely disagree politically, but we respect each other. I got your back, bro. I think that'd be one of the best things we can do culturally, like bridge this political divide we have let, like you say, be fostered in our society. Come on, get a little bit of that. Get a little bit of that paint mixing. Yeah, I should have thought about how to do that within the proper what is it? Cadence? The word? Would be everybody was kung fu fighting. Do do do. So it'd be everybody was paint mixing. Brown brown brown. Everybody was color maxing. Down, down, down. All right. There we go. Yeah, that's definitively a lighter shade. Isn't that right, Kitty? Yes. Oh, I know. That's what you really want. You want me to put you with paintbrushes. That's what you really want. Hold up. The buddy needs to tackle the paintbrush. Buddy needs to tackle the paintbrush. Yeah. I'm gonna paint the buddy. I'm gonna paint the buddy. All right. I'm gonna paint your head. Get all the pretty colors of your head there. Yeah. Oh, let's get those blue eyes. Those blue eyes. Yep, yep. Gotta get those whiskers. Gotta get those whiskers painted in. Gotta get those whiskers painted in. Yes, I do, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, you goofy bud. Yes, 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 yes. Muppet guy. Oh, no. Yes, I know. You big goofball, you. He's like, come on, man. Come on. Keep attacking me with the paintbrush. I'll kick its ass. Yeah, but what? Uh huh. You, you're making this very difficult, buddy. Mm-hmm. Yes, I see my big guy. Making sure everybody knows that you're here. Mm-hmm. One of those, you are, making sure this is done under the finest of kitty cat supervision. Yes, I can tell. So can everyone else. Yes, making sure that the painting is being done proper. See, friends. See. I, I, I got a supervisor. I got a supervisor. I'm not just doing this on my own. As you see, he is making sure all the painting is done right. Ain't that right, buddy? Making sure it's being done right. Yeah. All right. And okay. So I literally almost stuck my paintbrush in my coffee. Speaking of, Prost. Oh. Yeah, yes, buddy. Yeah, yes. It's a paintbrush. Yes. It's a paintbrush. It's a paintbrush, buddy. I don't know. You goof. Okay. Um, how am I gonna do that? I already got a paintbrush on my ear. Why am I trying to stick another one up there? I've done that. Literally have like two brushes on my ear. Can't find either of them. Wondering why. Ain't that right, buddy? Yeah. Uh huh. Let's see. I know what we'll use. Mm-hmm. Yes, bud. I see you. Even the internet sees you. Yes. Even the internet's like, that is paint, buddy. I swear, you are really. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, big guy. That's not right at all. No worries. But buddy, you're trying to stick your paw in paint. Really? Come here. Come here. Yes, I know. How dare the human pick you up and love on you after you were just demanding all the attention. Uh huh. Mm-hmm. You big goofball. Sorry. Next thing I know, I'm gonna have paw print or painted paw prints all over this. I mean, wouldn't put it past Charles. He's like, I want to be like you, human. Ain't that right, buddy? You're trying to be like a human, ain't you? Yes, you are. Alright. Okay, so maybe I'm just mixing that paint. I mean, getting the orange. I'm gonna have to repaint over all of that now. Oh well. That ain't nothing to be too worried about. Mm, mainly because that's just par for the course, my friends. Par for the course. I think that might be. Hmm. That's gonna be. I'm gonna have to remake that color. I'm gonna remake a lot of them. Whoopsie. I don't know. Once I finished him up, I really didn't need him for the immediate future. And I'm, like I said, I can just remake it. I'd rather remake it and have it look good and put a little effort into it, you know what I mean? Alright. But I did find out, though, okay, Gerard Way, Mikey Way, that's the drummer, and those two are guitarists. I can't remember their name. I'm not gonna act like I do. Something Toro, if I remember right. That's it. Ah. Hmm. What, buddy? I know, big guy. I know. You wanna play with a paintbrush? Yes, you do, buddy. Yeah, I'm a big guy, huh? I know. You goofy buddy, ain't you? Yes, you're a big goofy buddy. Yes, you are. Yes, 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 yes. This is why your sister is always beating up on you. 'Cause you're generally over here trying to hog all the lovin's from the human. Yes, you're over here always trying to hog all the lovin's from the human. Yeah. So, alright, let's try that again. I know those two lines. So basically, these lines are going to have to go up and then cross. Meow. I see you, buddy. Meow. Mm-hmm. All right, get over here. No, you're normally not so talkative, buddy. So you're telling me you desperately want to play with the paintbrush, huh? No. Mm-hmm. Buddy, I know, uh-huh. I know. Big guy getting painted up, uh-huh. Getting painted up, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Look at you getting all painted. Getting all painted, yeah. All painted. Oh, uh-huh, uh-huh. All sorts of painted up, yeah. All sorts of painted up. Yes, 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 yes. All sorts of painted up. Yeah, what now? What now? Well, my big guy. Well, is the buddy happy now? Is the buddy happy now? You look happy. Yes, you do. You got the puppy cheeks of happiness. Yes, you do. All right. Hmm. Hmm. I know, buddy. I know you want to be the center of attention. Yes, you do. You are literally doing everything you can to keep me from painting and petting you. Yes, yes, you can. Yes, you are. Yeah. Oh, I know, buddy. Oh, okay. Yes, yes, yes. That's why half the time you're doing it just because you know it annoys your sister. That you can just sit here and bug me, and I will be like, "Yes, buddy. Yes." Oh. Um. I think it's this one. I mean, it's not really meant to be topping it there, it's cornering it there, but need the ability, ooh, to think. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Mm, still not right. So, go. Do need to do a bit of a touch up line, but it won't be too bad. Ain't that right, buddy? Won't be too bad, will it? No. Oh, where are you? Alright. And then once that dries, I can hopefully it'll look good. I'm hoping I got the line fixed. So it needs to go right about there. Hmm. Mm, before I get going too hard on that, there we go. Okay. Granted, it's still kind of hard to tell, but if that line goes that way, then there we go. And part of the problem, if you can't tell in the photo there, is the fact that that side has got the My Chemical Romance and a lot of dark shadow. Yeah. Okay. And then, cool. Now we're gonna. What did I put there? Just me drop a heavy thing of paint right there. So I don't have to worry about the pencil. There it is. Oop. Okay. Dang it. Alright. And literally be able to get away with that being just the right amount of width. Okay. I have to clean that up because I straight. First one comes out pretty nicely. Second one, oh, I'm gonna fight you every step of the way. Which anyone who knows art knows that generally how it goes. You know, it's one thing to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be simple, it's a cakewalk, don't worry, I got you, fam. Go to paint another line exactly like it. And that line's like, oh no 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 no. No no no. I don't know who you think you are. I'm not going to assume nothing. But I am gonna tell you. You're not getting a straight line. You're not getting the line you want, and you're not getting it looking pretty. You're just gonna accept it the way it looks, and you're gonna move on. All right, and then do get that was what we're there, and then there we go. Literally looking for my water, shoved my thing little thing of paint, my brush into a thing of paint, like dink. Yeah, well, yes, that's the color I'm going to need here in a second. To get another coat down here. Like, you skip the step you're trying to do. Alright. Alright, and then I need to put. I say those are going to be. I don't know, so I'm sure how I'm going to do that. I might just. Could use. No. Yeah, actually. Either that or. I mean, I could. So. Maybe that actually would work. But that is after. Wait. If I did that, like, that goes up and over. Oddly enough, I need to start adding the lining too. But I'm going to do that with. Okay. Hmm. This one might be done, so I might have to use my actual pens. Yeah. I'm going to say the quote E by Canales. The V5, it's a Glock of frickin' pens. Look at that. Alright. There we go. Alright. Okay. Oh, easy clean up there, but the last part was fighting me. Like the easy clean up, but man, I'm hoping to not have to. I'm hoping to actually get it right. And there we go. Cool. Oh, forgot to do the bottom. Uh, Okay. Something that's definitely need to do is another. Ooh. Okay. Hmm. My yep, I went too high. But that's okay. I can fix. Uh, okay. And I'm going to I used to use some work the time. I used to use good old fashioned brown actually. It's regular brown. Too much for okay. Now hmm hmm. Right, there we go. Okay, once I drive, I'll get that lined in. But in the meantime, mm, let's actually know what that chest looks like in higher resolution. Not. I can always. Mm, good. Better get back. They're going that dark. Go. Hmm. Alright. Alright. You okay with her, girl? You look uncomfortable in that box. Oh, actually, too much, but. Mm, mm. Okay. Really feel like that's still like the whole board is big. Yes. Still doesn't look right. Still looks closer back like that. Hmm. I think I got the whole thing yet to do. Alright. No worries. I'm a lot worried, but I mean, not really. Not really. Not if I do this right. So, basically, yeah, I'll have to redo the top, but that's okay. I mean, get it fixed and done now. I mean, that's the whole point of right now is we're not just doing background, but we're also trying to do some of the cleanup and get this looking really good. Like I said, man, I'd rather take a little bit of time and try and make sure that it looks right. Which actually does fix a lot, change a lot of things, but okay, because we're seeing less at the top, more of the sides in the actual photo, and I'm just trying to make sure that that's what you see here. Less at the top, more of the sides. Alright. Actually, think I had the that right line might have been actually right. It's this one that wasn't. All right. Like I said, we will get it right eventually. The whole point of this is trial and error, man. You just say I know I got people that see my art and cheer it on because they know where I started from, and I like making them proud because they helped me a lot to get to here. Getting on to me when I'm doing wrong and encouraging me when I'm doing right. Alright. Oh, that looks so much better. So much better. Okay, we gotta add the line back in here, but bro, like I said, dude, sometimes, man, you just gotta go back and just suck it up. You don't want to, but you just gotta suck it up, go back, fix it, and well, I mean, when you look at the end result and you're like, man, all right, I may not have wanted to, may have wanted to move on, but I'm glad I took that extra time to make sure I got it right. It's gonna take a little bit to get it. I mean, but that's kind of the point, right, friends? Put in the time to get good, scrub. Straight OG classic freaking gaming lobby. Well, you made about time, we'll get good then. Good man. Alright. Oh, man. I mean, I know I've been putting a lot of work into this, but this little chest, but it kind of needs it. Kind of really needs it. What did I? Oh yeah, regular. Oh. Okay. Wait. No. I go. Looks like it's coming right over that though. Like it looks like it actually is attached to the top. I wanna. Maybe it might have been just that that I'm seeing. I don't know. Correct it though. That's an easy fix. That ain't nothing too stressful to take and correct. Cause I can just jupe over that part. And then. Cause I need to add more anyway. Uh, Speaking of, I never did finish up these anyway. Like these lines right here need their own lines. Alright, there we go. Cool. Much better. Much better. Not perfect, but better. I can work with it. And do a little cleaning up the lines. Add the over with my pen. Alright, there we go. Da do do. Joop joop. Alright. Really, I need to do. And okay. Yeah. Alright. And is it that? Okay. Okay. And then I need this here. So I'm gonna fix that here in a sec. Completely over that with paint. There we go. We're getting there, friends. We're getting there. Just taking some work. A lot of work. Like, oh snap. Alright. Next up, I'm still gonna go over the bike tire. Well, the back bike tire, I mean. Oop, Okay. I mean, look at it, it's slowly getting there. And, Alright. I don't know if you're able to see this. No, I'm sorry. Trying to make sure I get it. There we go. I'm not gonna lie, I still have Disenchanted stuck in my head, even though I'm not freaking listening to the album. I just have going through my head literally constantly. You're just a sad song with nothing to say about a lifelong wait for a hospital stay. And if you think that I'm wrong, this never meant nothing to you. Like literally, love that song. Love the whole album, dude. But generally, but I love to see so many freaking well, all right. First off, I when I say I learned about the band today, like finally took the time to learn about the band today. I mean, I literally took the time to learn a bit about the band today because I'm sitting here like, man, I've been working on this art piece and I really don't know the first thing about My Chemical Romance. Like, I really don't. And I'm not like trying to be mean about it. I just when I say I was never a My Chemical Romance fan, I mean I've never been a My Chemical Romance fan. I mean, you gotta figure. I listen to stuff like, especially back when My Chemical Romance was out. I mainly listened to things like frickin' Incubus Succubus, Corvix Corax, Skinny Puppy. I wish I could say I listened to like Typo Negative and whatnot, but I really just never got around to listening to them. Everyone kept telling me that, dude, you gotta listen to them, man. They're so great. All right. But the thing is, when you tell me I gotta don't tell me to look something up. Don't tell me to check something out. Don't tell me anything about something. If I come across it and think it's cool, all right. But the minute you tell me about something, for some reason, that part of my brain clicks where it's like, I am now because you've told me I have to check it out. I will forever refuse to. Don't ask me why. It is one of those like things that I cannot explain that my brain does. My brain goes, oh, I'm going to be extra defiant now just because you told me to check something out. And I'm over here like, wait, what? Why? They're just trying to, come on, brain. No, no. Like, part of the reason why, like, I keep saying I need to watch Wreck-It Ralph, but I have yet to watch it because every time I go to watch it, because I've heard so many people say, oh man, that movie's so great. You have to watch that movie. Now I don't want to watch it because so many people have glazed that movie. Like, don't ask me why, but when things get glazed to no end, it makes me not want to watch it. Mainly because I'm terrified that if it actually, like, if it's as good as people say it is, sweet, I'm glad I finally gave in and watched it. But 9 times out of 10, The whatever's been that has been glazed to that end generally isn't as good as people say it is. Like, I'm not saying that is always the case. I'm just saying that most of the time people will talk about how something is like the greatest thing since sliced bread, and for every My Hero Academia where the fan base is toxic, but they're not wrong. It is a fantastic show. There's a dozen others where the fan base just alone like, come on, man, you gotta watch this. No, no, dude, I'm good. I'm good. But people, it's a great show. Care. And you glazing it the way you are makes me really not want to watch it. Like, I'm just saying. Now, is there shows that I will completely up and glaze like it's nothing? Yeah! I'll call it like the best thing. Arrow. Prime example. When Arrow was on TV in the first couple seasons, like I say that because I didn't stop watching TV, like live television, until it was actually Arrow that did it. Like it was legitimately watching Arrow on the CW that made me give up watching live television. Like I think I've told the story before. If not, you're here. If I have, you're hearing it again. If not, hey, you're hearing it for the first time. Uh, so I'm sitting there. I'm like I know I've told the story before, but anyway, wait, dude, freaking, I'm sitting there. I'm watching Arrow. 10 minutes of commercials. 5 minutes of show. Another 10 minutes of commercial. The literal show ends going into credits. After that, I refused to watch live TV. I started literally going online and finding it. Nope, you are not getting me on all your damn commercials. Like, and I understand, don't get me wrong, I'll be the first one to say, yes, Arrow was a expensive show to make. 100%. Okay? That's why you do product placement. Or you do like they used to do back in the day. Arrow was brought to you by. Oh, what's good, Kakarot? How are you today, bro? And I am doing fantastic, Broham. How about yourself, my guy? I hope you're doing awesome, Possum. As you see, I am. Give me a second, I'll give you a unhindered shot of this one. Of this. I'm just trying to. Okay. That's where I'm at on this one right now, bro. Oh, bro. Arrow and Flash are great. Like, okay. For sure, up to season 4 of Arrow, which is what I've seen, and season 2 of Flash. I never like. All right, so I kind of have this thing where I will stack shows so I can shotgun the whole thing and like enjoy it in its entirety. I just haven't gotten around to doing that again. Like mainly because I want to get them on DVD. I got seasons. I think if I remember, I got seasons like 1, 2, 4, and 8 of Arrow, and I need to still get 3, 5, and 5, 6, 7, and then I need to get the entirety of Flash. I also want to get Legends of Tomorrow. I have to get Legends of Tomorrow. Like just because remember that show brought back or used Brandon Ralph as the Superman. Bro, I finished it. I totally finished Vikings. Like, well, what I had of it. Got through all 3 seasons, and yeah, if I get the extra cash and I want to pick up, especially if my homeboy still has it at his shop, all 4 seasons, or yeah, 4 seasons of the Highlander TV show from the 90s with Adrian Paul as frickin' Duncan MacLeod of Clan MacLeod. Adrian Paul did a good job on that too. Like that show was just fun to watch. That was like one of my like favorite shows that I always watched back in the like '90s and whatnot. But what you been playing lately, bro? Frickin' no, I still say one of the best things of season 3 is how Ragnar sacked Paris. I'm sorry, that's still great. I still hate the fact that Floki killed Athelstan, though. I loved Athelstan. Like, I can relate to Athelstan as a Catholic, like living in modernity, where it's like modern world does not make trying to live a good and holy life easy. Like, I keep telling myself, like, one of these days I'm gonna take a break from art and do a rosary making stream. And oh, bro, give me a second. You talking about this one? Okay, now I was like, is the DVD loose in here? Like, straight up. Freaking James Woods' Owlman was great too. Right? Ragnar, dude, what I liked about one of the best lines in season 3 when it comes, or was it 2? End of season 2, early season 3, where Ragnar says to Athelstan that he understands how Athelstan feels being pulled in two directions, but he's only being pulled in reverse, where he's proud Viking, like follows all the Norse gods, this and the other, but he feels the pull of Christ. All right, where Athelstan is that proud Catholic, proud Christian, but he feels the pull of the Norse gods, and it's like just makes for a great dynamic. No, he wasn't, dude. No, he wasn't. Still loved like. Well, here's the thing. Yes, Owlman got destroyed in that explosion, but Owlman was not completely killed in that explosion. So here's the thing. Owlman cannot be killed entirely. He will always come back. Oh yeah, dude. We're talking, dude. All right. Okay. One. Freaking. Okay, good. Two. Also, don't forget the one in my pocket. Three. Ah, dropped my paintbrush. Four. This one's actually really badass. This was actually a couple of these I've shown were confirmation gifts. It was so fire, but like I love this rosary. Like it is such an amazing rosary, dude. Well, it's a pouch too. Not even act like I don't. But dude, freaking yeah, no, you can never go. Owlman can never be completely wiped from the timeline because he is the like out of all the anti Batmans, Owlman is the only true anti Batman. But he's not a very good anti Batman. So basically, his origin is similar to Batman's. All right, he literally Thomas Wayne Jr. All right, his parents get killed. Corrupt cop was involved. Thomas Wayne Jr., instead of being called to become Batman, was called to become Owlman. Went through the same process, all right? But, mind you, he just thought his parents were. Oh, yeah, that's James Woods. But he thought that his parents were just good, honest philanthropists, all right? Well, then he found out when he, you know, squeezed. If I remember right, it was Harvey Bullock, actually, like that reality's version of it, to give up who killed his parents. He finds out that not only was his parents not the good people he thought they were, but they were killed in retaliation for killing another not Falcone, but another rival crime boss's family, like son. Like literally that moment, finding out not only was his parents like part of the problem in Gotham, but that they were killed because they had a rival family's son killed. Broke him. Like he dropped Harvey Bullock to his death, laughing. He's like, it doesn't matter, and just throws Harvey Bullock to his death. Like it is one of the basically he literally has a mental break at that point. He becomes the nihilist that you see there. There we go. That's better. Yeah, much better. Like the movie really doesn't go into his origin. That's why I'm kind of filling you in. Like what I haven't read comic book wise, I tend to watch a lot of lore videos as well to make up for it. Granted, I read a lot of comic books. A lot of comic books. Like, we're talking, I was trying to run, and at first was having some success with it, before we let the wrong person join the game. Uh, a Marvel Superheroes tabletop game. Bloody fun. Like, good, clean, just pure fun. Well, my buddy tells me what he wants to do for his character. I immediately go, like, tells me how his character is going to be, things like that. Uh, and I go, okay, he is a AIM or Hydra, take your pick. You could even be a joint operation clone, human hybrid clone of Fing Fang Foom. Well, he goes and checks it. Like we don't have time to go check it and make sure I'm getting the origin right. We're just trying to get to playing. Well, we later on after the session we checked that. Yeah, I haven't read any of those. I watched the first season of Attack on Titan, and as soon as they killed Potato Girl, I was out. I'm sorry, but that hurt the Irishman in me. All right, I'm half Irish, man. That hurt the Irish in me. You killed the Potato Girl, man. How could you kill Potato Girl? Assholes. But anyway, uh, yeah, basically though, when we checked his character, like Fing Fang Foom, and like pretty much tried to make sure I did it right, we found that yes, I actually did like nail the right choice for my homeboy's character, like origin and everything. Mind you, my homeboy's seen my comic book collection. He was like, "Man, really? How many comic books have you read?" I mean, I couldn't tell you, bro. Like, it was funny. Good times. That's funny. Well, I mean, come on, man. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm a firm believer in the power of the snacks. So the fact that Potato Girl is half the time is seen eating, like, I mean, come on, man. That spoke to me on a very personal level. Because even though I don't look it, I'm only like 10, maybe 15 pounds overweight. Like, I got a little bit of a gut. My abs aren't there like they used to be. I'm kind of a sad panda sad. I need to fix that. Just have other medical issues, but eh. I know the biggest thing is once I get this tooth extracted, that'll help the most because I know that tooth has long since been infected. And then the other possible issue is Graves' disease runs in my family, so I might have to start taking vitamins to counteract the fact that my uh. So the way hypothyroidism works is that they say that your thyroid is not working right and that they got to remove it and then stick you on this thyroid medication for the rest of your life. But what they also don't tell you is the thyroid only regulates 10% of that. But if you remove it, you're basically going to be stuck on oh thyroid medication. I'm trying to remember the name of it for the rest of your life. My mom's on it. That's how I know. And I also know that when she doesn't have it, it really messes with her. So she actually has been trying to get off of it and like replace that through other means. But if you instead, I have the list around here. I keep meaning to buy it, but get a basically a not B complex because it's more than just what's in a B complex vitamin set, but a list of various B complex like in the B complex family vitamins to replace it. Ah, bro, I'm Marvel and DC. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. I mean, like I'm number one Batman fan. All right, like I will be the first one to point that out. All right, like we're talking, my homeboy who owns a toy shop will hit me up whenever he gets a big lot of Batman stuff in that he knows I would be interested in checking out. Like, oh, dude. So the best way, you're also a young guy. You didn't grow up in the '90s like I did with the best way to well '80s and '90s, but we had back in the day when I was a kid. We're talking in the '80s. You had the Bill Bixby Hulk series and movie, dude. Ah, may Bill Bixby rest in peace, man. With Lou Ferrigno as the Hulk. Come on. But no, I was about to say, like, we're talking. Ah, just because I'm a DC guy, like, we're talking. I even like if you look at my YouTube channel, I got a bunch of Build-A-Figs where I do various DC like 6-inch action figures, which these seriously need to be dusted off. But that doesn't change the fact that, and if my homeboy would get the 6-inch figures and the Avengers in again, I'd do them. But man, my two different versions of U.S. Agent. Of course, you know the MCU version and the comic version. Which, okay, all right, this dude is a major freaking asshole. All right, this dude I liked. Like, I feel like the biggest like people made like trying to like make John Walker the MCU version of him out to be like this unliked character and this idea like no, the problem people had was he's supposed to be an unliked character. You're not supposed to like John Walker, but everyone liked him because he was too freaking relatable. That depends. All right, so some mutants are strong. So Magneto's a mega class, like a mega level. Jean Grey's a mega level. Professor Xavier's a mega level. Cyclops is actually an omega level mutant. But because of the fact that as a kid uh so his parents were abducted by the Shi'ar. Well, in their abduction, obviously Scott and Alex Summers jumped out of the plane that them and their parents were on. Their dad is a pilot. Well, in escaping from the plane, Scott hit his head somehow, suffered a severe concussion. Havoc had to keep them like afloat and everything, and like if I remember right, Scott was in a coma and everything. Well, because of that accident, that's why he can't control his mutant ability. But in the rare moments that he can, all right, in the comics, when they show him using his powers, like controlling them and everything, Scott can use his powers to fly, to exist in space. Like, he is a broken freaking character. Like, the Boy Scout will always, like, I hate what they did to him by making him basically, taking him and making him mutant Hitler. Like, I'm not even playing. Magneto gets like, something happens to Magneto. Scott and frickin' Xavier get into it, and yeah, Cyclops kills Xavier. Everyone stands by it. One of the dumbest things they did. And of course, Xavier came back, but it never, like, Scott Summers would not kill Xavier. Like, the whole, like, them making, I think he's still technically wanted by all the governments of the world for his actions. Like, I think he's still the villain now. Which, I'm just like, Oh, we're talking straight comics, bro. I'm mentioning a bunch of comic stuff. This is not any of the stuff they do in the movies. This is 100%. If you ever get around to reading the comics, yes, these are spoilers. But, I mean, bro, you could get. That's in the modern era when comics suck. I would not make you. Like, I would not. I would tell you read 80s and 90s. The 70s, 80s, and 90s X Men, great. Even early 2000s up to like maybe 2010 was good. Beyond that, garbage. The highest of garbage. I'm just saying. I'm gonna need more of this before I can continue, so I'm just gonna start working on the bottom then. Like, and not even like good quality garbage, just garbage. Actually, let me. I didn't know that. That's one of the few things I didn't know, but that might be something they added in the movies, and I haven't seen all the movies. Oh wait, yes, you're right. Uh, Days of Future Past, I think, is where they had that go. As Magneto tried to prevent frickin' Kennedy's assassination. That's right, and it's because he's a mutant. No, First Class was when they went after frickin' what's his nuts? Trying to remember frickin' think of something like a oh, hold up. I can't remember the dude's name. Sebastian Stan, I think is what it is. First Class. Or Sebastian Shaw, that's it. Sebastian Shaw. Let me double check. Oh, you gotta say the Hellfire Club. But I could have sworn Sebastian Shaw was who Kevin Bacon played. That freaking ending, though, where Magneto goes and what is the exact line? I'm going to move this coin. On the count of three. One, two, three. And just seeing the coin slowly go into Shaw's head and everything, like, that was a cold scene. That was a cold scene, I don't care what anyone says. Freaking Michael Fassbender, I think is his name. Definitely a very good casting call. Yep. I can fix. Uh, oops. Too big. Too big. Ah, dude. Alright. I'm gonna be honest. On the one hand, I don't like Logan. Like, I like it and don't like it. Like, especially after how Days of Future Past ended. And then they, like, where they finally brought back all the people that got killed in 3. And then, nope, we're just gonna have them all dead again in Logan. And we're also gonna have it be that, we kill everybody. I mean, I kind of understand. Stewart's getting old. Yeah, right. But no, Patrick Stewart I always felt like was well cast. I mean, I'm not gonna act like he wasn't. Especially if you ever played X-Men Legends and Legends 2, like from back in the day, if you can get a hold of an Xbox or a GameCube and play like that and get 3 buddies, like you need 4 controllers for the console, all right, and 3 buddies, you will have the time of your life. Also get Ultimate Alliance and Ultimate Alliance 2. I couldn't tell you about 3, but I know those two also follow the same formula as Legends and Legends 2. Like, man, just redo the line entirely. Like, the way X-Men Legends ended was perfect because it literally set up the sequel. And mind you, you have Patrick Stewart voicing, all right, Xavier. Because, the first X-Men had already come out. Actually, I think the first X-Men and X2 had been out by the time those came out. Are they? Let me double check. I'm going to double check. I want to say one way or another. X-Men. Legends. Yep, 2004. Both the first and the second X-Men movie was out by the time the first game came out. And we go to sequel. Yep, X-Men Legends 2, Rise of Apocalypse. They came out in '05. Actually, a couple months before. Alright, no, not a couple months, like about, I'd say about, yeah, maybe 4 or 5 months. Wait, no, because it came out in May. When did it launch? I remember seeing it in theaters opening weekend. That's all I remember. A coworker was like, "Man, you gotta go see the new X-Men movie?" I'm like, "Wait, it's out already?" He's like, "Yeah, man, just came out this weekend. Wanna go?" All right, bro. Stand. Yeah, May 26th, '06. So about 6, 7 months before the third X-Men movie. And if I remember right, X Men. All right, so he didn't kill. Zack Snyder didn't kill Dick Grayson. All right, what fans was mad about is the fact we all knew that. Yeah, no, the Joker always kills Jason Todd, the second Robin, which is weird though because they had in the movie they had him closer to wearing Tim Drake's costume, which is the third Robin's costume. Like, whereas in the uh, actual comics, he was wearing a copy of Dick Grayson's uniform. Not wearing exactly Dick Grayson's uniform, but a replica of it. By the time Tim Drake became Robin, though, uh, was where they updated it to where it had more tactical gear. Granted, he still had short sleeves, but he also had the cape. So, and the cape was a better cape. Like, I feel like the Tim Drake costume is really what Jason Todd should have been wearing. And had he been wearing that, I feel like he would have been a lot better equipped to take on the Joker and keep himself alive. Granted, he did come back in Red Hood. And, like, alright, so there was this uh, promotion that DC did during that time. Like, oh, dude. Alright, so a lot of people hate on Jared Leto's Joker, and I always have to point out one, he's the only live action Joker that had close to the comic voice. Frickin' Heath Ledger had a good voice, or I should say, like, Hamill's voice. Sorry. Like, Heath Ledger did good, but his character, and a lot of people point this out, comes across more like anarchy and less like the Joker. Alright? Whereas Jared Leto's Joker still comes across as more like a crime guy, or it comes across closer to like Jack Nicholson's, but still has that very much Joker personality. And he tried to do the creepy laugh. I give him that. Well, it's also a callback to the. All right, so the Dark Knight Returns version of Batman that uh oh, I'm trying to remember the name. Frank Miller put out in the 80s with Dark Knight Returns and Dark Knight Returns Part 2. Or Dark Knight Returns again, I mean, sorry. Like, you can watch the animated movies as Dark Knight Returns and Dark Knight Returns Part 2. Um, that version of the Joker literally refers to Batman as Darling. And it's great, too. The voice actor they got to do it did a great job. Because he plays his voice kind of like this. And he's like, oh, darling. Good to see you put on your good suit. Like, such a fantastic portrayal of that version of the Joker. Like, he came across creepy in all the right ways. Like, fantastically creepy in all the right ways. Like, I love it when a voice actor really nails the role. Because, especially when it comes to, like, comic characters, because comic characters can be hit or miss. Like, you could either get the voice 100% right and have it sound amazing, like what you got with the '05 the Batman series and their Joker, where he kind of plays in this weird, like, he's got a bit of flirtiness going on there, but at the same time, he'll go all high and happy, and it's a great way of doing, because, like, he didn't try to do what Mark Hamill did, he tried to do his own thing, and that's what actually worked. Actually, it also works out with Tom Kenny and how he did his version of the Penguin. Like, fantastically done. And oh snap, it's 6:58. It's time to call it, friends. But, Kakarot, you need to come around more often. I know you got your own life, but come on, man. Hang out. Always good having you around. It gives me the opportunity to talk comics and whatnot, and especially since I know you're trying to learn a lot about it, dude. I'm more than willing to, show how much of a life I didn't have growing up. Oh, who am I kidding? I still don't have a life. But, it's like I said, though, appreciate you coming by, bro. And for everyone else, with that, as always, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, ring that bell. Follow me on the Twitters at Brainiac420. Follow me everywhere else at a Nerd and Over 40. Come back again on my YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter for my daily short at 6 a.m. Central. And then come back again at 5 p.m. Central on my YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter for my daily live stream. Attack of the Live Streamer, always coming at you live at 5. And yeah, dude, dude, we remember this. We will talk about Zod. We will talk about Michael Shannon Zod and how much I love his portrayal next time, dude. So, definitely. And with that, my friend, as always, I will catch you